Evening, everyone. Dom, should we start with you? There is a mic, yep. Thanks, Amy.
Hi, Sarina. What did you make of that tonight in the end? Stalemate.
Yeah, I thought very intense game. Of course, we know USA is very dynamic, very explosive, want to go forward. I think our defense was solid. I think we were really defending as a team, very strong. They challenged us at moments on the right side or the left side. So on the sides, we're trying to create overloads. But I think we solved that well. And I think also in the box, of course, they were dangerous at moments. But I think we defended that pretty good. In possession, I think the first half, we wanted to keep the ball better. So sometimes we got out of the press and then we went forward and we lost a little bit too quick. We also switched from sides and then we had a really good opportunity to go in behind or, to create a big chance. And then we lost a little bit too fast. But I think the second half we got momentum halfway the second half. So I think we did better. And of course both teams went for the win. But I think 0-0. I don't. So many things happened in this game, also in front of the goal. So I don't think it was boring.
You mentioned the defending. There was a couple of moments in the games last month against South Africa, and
what?
There was a couple of moments in the games last month against South Africa and Germany when your team was sort of trying to pass out, and sometimes passes went awry. Were you quite pleased with how your team defended today, given that context of those games?
I think what we had last month is that we had moments that we just passed and we lost it. So while there was no pressure at all. And I think we still had some moments while there was always half pressure. So there were a couple of moments this game that we lost the ball while we really shouldn't lose it. But that's also football. So I think we did that a lot better because when you lose the ball, when we're really expensive and we think we have it, then of course we become very vulnerable. We could not afford that today too. So I think we did a lot better. And I'm happy with the team performance.
Hi, Sarina. I just wanted to ask you about Jess Naz because obviously she's very early in her England senior journey. To play against gold medalists is a big step up for her. Yeah. So how do you feel she coped, and what will she get from this experience tonight?
Yeah, I think she's developing very well. Of course, that's quick, but she has some attributes that she's really quick, and we wanted to get in behind with her. I think she worked really hard to understand the game plan and execute that too, and I think she did well. There were some moments still, I think, that she could have stretched them a little more, but that's things we can talk about. So she took action, and at moments she had the press. Like when she jumps in press, she's pretty dangerous in these moments. So yeah, she's underway. She's developing quickly, and that's what we want.
And just want to chat about the crowd. I think it was 78,000. I think it's a record for an international friendly as well. So, how impressed are you with that?
Yeah, of course, that's incredible. I'll never take that for granted. It's so special. Be here on Wembley, playing USA, high, intense game. A huge crowd that makes some noise too. Americans make some noise too, I think. And these are the games you want to play. It's so exciting. And yeah, I think we both wanted to win and wanted to make it an exciting game too.
Thanks, Dan. Go to Emma.
Hi, Sarina.
Hi.
When you were talking about that defensive solidity, particularly in terms of the way that you handled them out wide, just wonder in the second half, it seemed like you moved towards more of like a higher press. Was that something that you changed at half time?
No, we wanted to do that. You also have to deal with an opponent, of course, when they do it really quick. So first we had to solve that, and when there are moments to jump or to go a little bit higher, of course we want to take that opportunity too. And I indeed think that some moments we did that, also from the center with Kira at the moment. So yes, that's where we want to go to. But if they're really tight and we don't create the press earlier, then you have to wait a little bit, because when they go out wide.
There were some pundits that were saying post-match that perhaps England were comfortable to stay at 0-0 and didn't want to go for a win. Do you think that's a harsh assessment? Like, what's your opinion on that?
No, we want to go for the win, and they wanted to go for the win too. But it was such a high intensity game. You have to deal with a very good opponent, so you can't just say, okay, now we go and we're going to score that goal. We tried, of course, to do that. I think what I said, the second half, we got momentum where we got to their goal a little more. I think the first half we had less moments like that. And then they came back in the game, but they were never out of the game. I don't think we were ever out of the game, but they got a little more momentum on our half of the pitch. Yes, of course, we didn't slow down to keep it 0-0. I think that was just how the game went.
Thank you.
Thanks, Emma. Go to Susie behind you.
Hey, Sarina. Just following on from the question on Jess Naz, she said in the mixed zone that Lucy had told her beforehand that she'd be like a microphone in her ear, helping her out, telling her where to go. How important is Lucy in helping to nurture some of these younger players coming into the team? Because it seems to be a role she really enjoys.
Yeah. Lucy has such a good vision of the game. And even during the game, even when things go really fast, because she has an opponent too, she still oversees things and is capable of coaching other players. And that's absolutely a huge quality of her, and that helps. It's very hard. Sometimes I'm screaming from the sideline, but I don't think they hear anything. But that's also the connections. So they have been talking a lot in the tactical sessions too. So everyone who's around, she's just coaching a lot, and that helps. And that makes the team play better.
Is that part of what's special about her, that she's able to do that and play that role whilst also putting in like a really impressive performance? Yeah,
of course, you start first with your own task. And if you're capable to do more than your own task, of course, that makes the team even better. I hope there's more players that are coaching. You could see that there was connection. So you could see that the team, they understood each other on the pitch. But it's very important that our players are coaching and helping out. That's why team work or a team sport is so much fun, I think.
Thanks.
Thanks, Susie. We'll go across to Sophie.
Hey, Sarina. I was just going to ask about the defensive work of your wingers, Beth Mead and Jess Naz as well, to support your fullbacks in those wide areas, because I think especially Beth being on the wrong side, not on her natural side as well, maybe put in a real defensive shift.
You think that's a defensive shift? For what do you mean?
I was just saying, like the way that they supported the fullbacks in the defensive work and out of possession. How impressed were you with that?
Yeah, that's what we like. If you look at the two games we played last month and now, as I said, we are trying to adapt, to improve, and trying out things. And I think specifically against Germany, we were too open, wanted to press high. But there are moments that when they try to overload that size, and you have to drop a little deeper. Unless you have full press, then the whole team goes forward. But you can't always. The game develops that teams get tighter on the ball. They can play out. They can create overload. So sometimes you have to have some more patience, and that's what we needed today. And I think the team did that really well.
Thank you.
Thanks, Sophie. We'll just go across next to you.
Hello.
Hi.
So there were 83,000 tickets sold. Now, I want to know, how does that, show the growth of women's football, and how do you see it shaping future games?
Yeah, it's going really fast. It's very exciting to be part of this whole journey, because when I played football, there were maybe 10 people coming watch the game. Later on, a little more. But now there's, there were 78,000 people. It's incredible to be part of. So around us, people get very enthusiastic, and I hope we keep doing that with our performances. But on the pitch, you see big changes too, like the fitness level, the tactics, the technical capability. We're challenging each other all the time, and we have to adapt and improve. Otherwise, you get behind straight away. So that's very exciting.
And Rachel Daly's international retirement was being honoured today. How do you feel like her legacy is going to influence the current and future Lionesses?
Yeah, of course, Rachel. I love to work with her. I think it was really nice to have her here, and she deserves everything of it that's celebrated. But I think she and her generation and the generation before for her and before that, they are the trailblazers that made it possible that we are having here a press conference now. And this generation now, they have the benefits from all these people that have been working so hard. And I hope what we are doing now, that will help the next generation again too. And that's why it's so exciting what you see too, like the same thing as the USA is doing the same thing. The whole women's community is doing that. So very competitive on the pitch, but off the pitch, we're all trying to grow the game.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll take 3 final questions. We'll go to Jamie, Michael, and then Fiona.
Hi, Sarina.
Hi.
Going back to the shape, kind of the 4-4-2 kind of out of possession that you had, was that in response to what happened against Germany last month, or is that kind of a consideration for playing the USA today?
Yeah, that's. We wanted to try out a couple of things over 4 games. And while you're also trying out these things, you get information while you adapt maybe a bit. I thought this formation was the best against the USA today. And I also think that at moments when the team is really dynamic and changes shape in the game, in the dynamics, then that could solve some problems too. When you start in that position, and sometimes you have one player a bit higher, sometimes a little deeper. That's where we want to grow to. And at moments we want to press higher a little bit.
Thanks, Jamie. We'll go up to Michael at the back. Thanks.
Thank you.
Hi, Sarina. Can I ask about the way you built up was a bit different today with the 3 in possession. What was the reason for that? And is that part of the game you have to coach more these days with teams pressing you very high?
Yeah, so what you saw is that we went quick to a 3. That's something that we really tried. We wanted to get a bit more security also, but also trying to get Alex and Leah coming higher up, playing in. And with the information we had, we want to go there at moments, and now we chose to just do that straight away. Sometimes we want to do that in dynamics. That's also part of, what's best for us to do when we go further towards the Euros. But that's the reason behind it. We want to do, of course, we want to go forward. We want to play in the pockets, or when it's really tight, to go around. The purpose of the possession game is, of course, coming behind the defense and create chance to score goals. And we thought in this game it would help to start like that, and hopefully to get Alex moments and Leah moments higher on the pitch.
Thanks, Michael. Final question from Fee.
Thanks. Hi, Sarina. Can I just ask you what your thoughts were on Jess Park? She had a few kind of really fiery moments in the first half, and what she needs to do just to add, to kind of get to the next level, really.
Yeah, I think she's already growing a lot. Of course, she plays at Man City all the time. For us, she takes opportunities too. She's so focused on improving and doing the right thing. I think, this game was so intense that at moments you could see that she had to take the next step. And you saw some brightness, or some
fiery moments.
Yeah, some fiery moments too. I totally agree with that. And I think in the second half she even stepped up and had some greater moments. So she's also on the way, on a good journey.
Great, thank you.
Thanks ever so much, everyone. See
Thank
some
you.
of you in Sheffield.
Thank you.